What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we're going to be talking about Nekojiro. Nekojiro is an infantry class commander. He is a common commander in the Warp Gate. I believe you get him C or D class. And he's essentially a free-to-play commander. And Nekojiro is a great commander for those who are mostly free-to-play users because Nekojiro is is a very strong commander to where he can, be competitive against even those commanders that require a lot of gold to get. So here are some skins. This skin is pretty cool right here. You get this skin exclusively from the the St. Patrick's Day event. So if you guys want that, you're gonna have to wait for that to come around. So his skills are pretty straightforward. His first one just gives increased dodge for that specific tile that triggers it, 20% chance. Sniper, 40% chance to trigger, and this is the skill that really makes Nekojiro very lethal. This is a very strong ability. I believe he is one of very few commanders, if not the only one, that has a guaranteed hit in the game for infantry at least. So 40% chance to trigger, 2% per level. This attack cannot miss and ignores target 2% buffs. So that 2% buffs, I don't think it extends to all buffs, because I remember I had messaged the support team about this wording and whether or not it would penetrate something like Rogers and his defensive stance, because technically that's a buff. But I remember they had said that it does not apply to that buff. So it can. So obviously it's not every single buff, but nonetheless, this ability is very, very strong. And then the awakening, of course. So I'm gonna be showing some quick replays on just to show you how often his abilities trigger, and just to give you just a close-up look on what it looks like when the abilities do trigger. And so it's this sniper ability that really makes him very strong, a very strong free-to-play commander. Again, he does not take a lot of gold to get to S class, let alone A class, which is all you really need to equip that jewelry piece. Um, so I'm just gonna put one master here in every tile, and then I can just quickly show you guys the skill trigger rates, and then just to see the skills in action. So there's the awakening. Awakening is pretty straightforward. So anti-radar armor. So for that specific tile, the dodge has increased by 2% per level. So that's really good. But only a 20% skill trigger, that's not really a great skill to rely on. So you still want to run some dodge. Of course, there is the research for infantry, which gives you a bunch of dodge. So assuming you have that infantry dodge, high enough, you don't really have to rely on dodge from your gear. But so yeah, sniper, once that triggers, guaranteed hit, attack cannot miss, and the attack or the damage of that attack will be increased significantly. So that's pretty straightforward. The gear, let's go talk about the gear. So if you want to play him as, just a free to play, and you want to use free to play gear as well, for free to play gear for the Thalamus, I recommend either the Thalamus 10, which gives second row. Let me actually go show you. We have the Thalamus 10 here, and you have second row attack, again just damage, or you can go the Thalamus 3, which gives you dodge. I suggest going dodge, especially if you're early on in the game. Just run a Thalamus Booster 3. But once you get late into the game, transition over to this Thalamus Booster, the Thalamus Booster 10. It'll just give you more damage. And then for the weapons, you want Soul Eaters. Soul Eaters are great. They give you crit and accuracy. And for the chest, you can choose either one, honestly. It doesn't really matter unless you're getting like Void. These free-to-play chess pieces don't matter at all if you're infantry, because you're not trying to get hit regardless. So, and then for pants, you want to go for Nixa. And if you don't have the option to go for Nixa yet, you eventually will, but if you don't have it yet, just stick with the Gale for now. Okay. Now, if you are considering spending gold on getting some event items, some to consider are Devastation Helmet. Devastation Helmet's right here. You can get this item. This is a great jewelry piece for Nekojiro. Another great one is Eye of Abyss. Eye of Abyss is another great jewelry piece, and it's probably one of the easiest event items to get in the game. All you need is a bunch of tokens to buy the event item in the Ace of Galaxies shop. So consider that one. I recommend Eye of Abyss more than Devastation Helmet because total crit damage is a very underrated stat, and it scales with leadership. So total crit damage is awesome. So next thing for weapons, you want to consider. You have a few options for weapons actually. You can go Skywalker, you can go Destructions, you can go Apocalyptor. Either one of those three is fine. And then for the chest piece, you want to go with Void. I don't have Void, but it's this item right here. Let me just quickly show you. Is it Armageddon? No. Dominion. It's this piece right here. It's those pieces that come around every once in a while for the events. They offer Void, Invincible, Creator. Void is infantry's, and this is a great item. It gives a bunch of dodge. So that's the best gear piece event item. And then for legs, you can experiment with the Nixa. You can go with Magiwell. Of course, Nixa will give you more dodge. And Magiwell will give you a bunch more damage. So much more damage. It gives you a lot. The crit damage really does make a difference. You don't really need Volter's Pants. Volter's Pants is not that great, especially for Nekojiro, because you want damage on this skill. All right. So yeah, so that's for Nekojiro. Again, he's a great commander for those of you who are free to play, and if you still want to be competitive and pack a punch against those big dogs, those spenders. And even if you aren't a free to play commander, if you don't want to spend, or if you're not a free to play user, if you don't want to spend a lot of gold for the commander specifically, Nekojiro is also a great option. Yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. That's Nekojiro for you, and hope this helped. All right, I'll see you next time. Peace.